cow in its natural habitat. She's grazing in the open airs of Texas, getting all the sunshine she wants. All of her milk goes to her calves, and she's really living it up on the grassland.
We combine that with some yummy artificial flavoring and throw that back into your juicy beef.
The vegetables also use tons of resources. The ketchup, the tomatoes, the onions, pickles, and lettuce all use natural resources and gas for transportation.
Our anti-infomercial was about the third law of ecology, which is nature knows best. So we for our skit, we were trying to demonstrate the impact that a single cheeseburger can have on the environment, because for every 10 kilograms of grain we feed a cow, we get 1 kilogram of beef. So it's really inefficient, and it's a really big drain on natural resources.
The meat is mixed with a carcinogenic ingredient called sodium nitrate. This helps make the meat look more fresh, but on the downside, it can cause the formation of cancer-causing nitrosamines. So basically, we had to choose between one of the 4 laws of ecology, and so our law was the third law of nature knows best. And so we were given a prop to use, and that was a Burger King cheeseburger to use for to express meat production. And so basically what we did was we had to come up with a script and come up with a story telling, what goes through the production of meat and how it affects nature and how it affects the law of nature knows best.
Nearly 18,834,000,000 water bottles end up in landfills each year.
And U.S. landfills are overflowing with decomposed water bottles.
This water bottle is killing the fishes of the ocean. Water bottles are going in the ocean and polluting the water, and the fish are living in dirty water.
The thing is, a free lunch is basically like everything comes from somewhere and everything must go somewhere. So the connection between that is like water bottles, it comes from a lot of things, it's manufactured in all these different ways, and then it must go somewhere, and because it takes a while to decompose, it's basically just thrown in the oceans, and this affects a lot of things in landfills. So
17 million tons of oil are used every year to make water bottles.
There's 4 laws of ecology, and we had to pick one, and she gave us an object, and we had to kind of show how the production and the disposal and the use of it affects our environment.
I mean, there's nothing that we can do that just disappears. There's a ripple effect to everything. Even when you grow up and you just throw something out, you think it disappears, but it really doesn't. It just sits in a landfill.
Stop styrofoam. Don't you know what's in that stuff? Let's look at the label. It contains benzene and styrene, which are known carcinogens, which means that they cause cancer to humans. But that cup just sits in a landfill forever and doesn't biodegrade.
Styrofoam is the #1 cause of urban littering and causes much harm to wildlife.
My name's Daniel Zahn, and I was a part of the infomercial about how bad styrofoam is. And the 4 laws of ecology, the one that pertained to mine the most was that everything must go somewhere, because styrofoam doesn't really go anywhere. Once you throw it away, it just stays in a landfill forever. And actually 25 to 30% of landfills are completely styrofoam because they never biodegrade and they're just there forever. And another place that they go is they're the #1 urban source of litter. So a lot of times they just go into the ocean and they really ruin the United States water and our water sources in lakes and oceans.
Alright, so when you recycle, all your recyclable waste goes to a facility that separates it, and then plastic bottles and styrofoam cups such as these get melted down and turned into products such as plastic forks and DVD cases. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It's somewhere in a landfill just waiting to break down.
So for everything must go somewhere, one of the biggest examples is the Pacific garbage patch. Because so many people don't recycle plastics, they assume that it just goes to a landfill and sits there and it won't hurt other organisms, but a lot of it does go out into the ocean, and a lot of animals get caught in it or mistake it for food.
Almost 220 pounds of mine waste are generated just to produce 1 circuit board for 1 cell phone.
that's pretty troubling.
50 million tons of electronic waste is dumped into landfills every year.
You're killing all the bees right now. I'm a bee and I'm slowly losing my life. That flower's dying, that flower's living. I'm
affect the environment, but they also affect people around you because cell phones radiation can risk cancer.
Law of ecology that states that everything is connected to everything else was the main theme of it. Cell phone usage. The production and manufacturing of it releases a lot of pollution into the environment, in the atmosphere, or into rivers and streams. Each time it takes you extract resources from the earth, it provides 220 pounds of waste, and it runs into the rivers and streams, which has a detrimental impact on the environment. And the same with getting rid of our cell phones. A lot of times they go in landfills, and then the toxins leak out, and they also harm the environment.
Mrs. Baranek's AP Environmental Science class demonstrated what the 4 laws of ecology were by performing anti-infomercials showing each law in our everyday lives. The first law of ecology is everything is connected to everything else. By recycling your cell phone, you can help prevent pollution and overfilling our landfills. For every 1 cell phone, 220 pounds of mine waste are produced. When you throw things away, they don't all just disappear. Things can end up in landfills and never break down. The second law of ecology is everything must go somewhere. This means that there is no a way to which things can be thrown, and there is no waste in nature. The third law of ecology is nature knows best. Just 1 cheeseburger can have a huge detrimental impact on the environment. For every 10 kilograms of grain we feed a cow, we only get 1 kilogram of beef back. Therefore, this process is really ineffective. The fourth law of ecology is there is no such thing as a free lunch. This means nothing just spontaneously exists. Everything comes from something. Water bottles are a prime example of a product you didn't even realize takes a huge toll on the environment.